Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now, just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I'd just like to say I am a professional and holistic spiritual counsellor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling and mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video for more information. Right, so let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. Messages for the collective. Messages. Wow. Alright, let's go. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. Who will be coming out with the Magician? Alright. Now, coming in with the Wheel of Fortune, you are coming in with Aquarius and Sagittarius. You are coming in with fixed signs here as well. Okay, and you are also coming in with the Magician, which is connected to Gemini. Now, both these cards are actually talking about Mercury here. It's talking about communication here, but it comes in as interaction here in your reading, interacting with people, different people here, social groups, even your friends, your family. These two cards come in as both you and your person. It comes in with mindfulness here, guys, thoughtfulness here, thinking before you speak here in your reading. Now, when I come in with mindfulness here, guys, it's about showing consideration for those around you. Now you are coming in with the Wheel of Fortune here. These cards do talk about changes, because there are a lot of big changes happening at this point in time here. I just need to get this one here for you guys. See, the changes here in your reading for both you and your person is coming through your communication, but this communication can actually talk about here in your reading, talking in front of a lot of people or a group of people here. It's like a speaker, what I'm getting here with these two cards. Of course, this is coming in as both you and your person here, but this speaking, speaker here, you're coming in, it's like a motivational speaker in a sense, or someone who talks about their life experiences. That's what these two cards are saying. To influence changes here, guys. Yeah, in a way, when you come in with that influence here, guys, it does come in as well trying to force change here. It's coming in as speaking about a cause here, guys, something that both you and your person are quite passionate about here. Far out. On a personal level, these two cards can actually talk about self-identity, being the person you truly want to be here by influencing change, being your truth here, individuality as well here in your reading. Now, why I say those words here, guys, those labels in a sense here, it comes through as standing out here, guys, in a public or community here, okay, because what you both stand for here, it's more than just a philosophy here, guys. It's a belief is what I'm getting. Being the person you truly say that you are here. But to come in this way, when it comes in as the cause here, guys, that's the best way in which I can explain it. Let's go with pollution in a sense here, or animal rights here. I'm just going to clarify the cause that both you and your person are passionate about here. Here. Or a better way to say it is we could talk about drugs here. Drug habits here in your reading, and being, you know, the cause to make people aware, or even mental health here, guys. Suicide, to make people aware of what causes people to take drugs, what causes people to go into a state of anxiety and depression. I know this is coming like left field here, guys, but this is what the reading is talking about here. Okay, it's the best way in which I can break these two cards down. Or even suicide here. Yeah. It's about bringing about an awareness. That's what it's talking about here in your reading. And it's about ending out making people aware that they can no longer ignore what causes here. What are some of the reasons why here people are like that? That's what it's saying. But also changing that status quo here, guys. The way in which people look at mental health, the way in which people look at suicide here, that's what it's talking about here in your reading. It is coming in as what I get here in your reading is that there is an element of discipline involved here because of what you stand for. This is both you and your person, and because of what you hold fast to here. See, if you're going to stand and speak about a certain cause, a topic that does create an awareness here, that influences how people see it, alright guys, so that it creates changes within people here in your reading, then you have to actually show discipline and control over oneself here. Where if you're going to come in with mental health, let's say here, then you look after your mental health and your well-being here in your reading. If you're going to talk about suicide, then you're well aware of the causes here, and you speak about those causes. That's what I'm getting here with those two cards. Here it's big. I don't know how else to come in with those two cards, to be quite honest, because that is the best way. That's the truth here, guys. Now that cause can also be love here, guys. Alright, can also talk about relationships, can also talk about your passion, your creative endeavor here. Alright guys, and creating that awareness here. See, for your person, it could be creating that awareness here in your reading that they have a lot of passion for you here. And telling people, that's what I'm getting. It's coming through as communication, but they are passionate about their communication, and this communication creates an awareness where it influences people here. This could be their social clique, this could be their friends and their family here, to change how they think here in your reading, especially coming in with the Magician card here. Let me keep going here, guys. Yeah, it comes in, it does come in that way here, guys. It's about sharing information. But by sharing this information, this is your person as well as yourself, but by sharing this information, it creates problem-solving techniques or ideas that could help others. That's what it's also talking about here, because of the way in which you interact with people. Now this could be your person here, guys, yeah, as well as yourself here. You could very well be a public speaker here, yeah. Alright, let's keep going. I mean, I could spend the whole reading just on those two cards alone, guys. Oh, thank you, my polar bear. Alright, so you're coming in with the Knight of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and you have the Sun card here in your reading. Yeah, wow. Okay, so the sun here, you're coming in with Leo energy here, guys. Alright, but at this point in time, and the sun is actually in Taurus at this point in time here. Okay, guys, and you are coming in with the Queen of Pentacles here, which is an earth sign here. Okay, so you're still coming in with communication here with these two cards. Obstacle and a challenge here in your reading. Okay. Alright. I just wanted to be sure about that here, guys. See, what I get here, it is coming in as your person here, or even yourself, you the viewer. You're quite passionate about what you do. Now your person could very well be aware of this as well, but it's not just your person you interact with here, and it comes in as, and you talk with you, but it's a robust conversation. That's what I'm getting, robust communication, because you're coming in with looking at a cause and being able to identify the positive and the negative here, guys. That's something that's really important when you're coming in with the Wheel of Fortune and the Wheel card here in your reading, and how both positive and negative here actually work together here in your reading, whereas most people here see it as either a positive or a negative here. See, this kind of talks about here in your reading is that you're quite, the Queen of Pentacles here is positive in their approach here to close that gap between the two, so that they're not separate, but they're actually one here in your reading. So the positives and negatives here about mental health. Here, I'm not saying mental illness is a positive. The positive there in your reading is making people aware here how to cope and manage their own mental health here, or to care for a family member who does have mental health, creating that awareness, bringing it out of that stigma of being, or that label of being something quite negative here in your reading. You know, that's really quite big. I would see that as really quite big here. So what I get here, you're an obstacle and a challenge, and what I get there with the Page of Swords is that there are people that have their eye on you, the viewer, the Queen of Pentacles here. People are watching you here. Yeah, of course, it can come in as your person, but it also comes in as other people as well, here in your reading. See, it comes in with this Page of Swords. It comes in as people who are quite curious here, curious about the way in which you, the viewer, talk, or it is coming in as self-expression here. Talk about what you're so passionate about and why you're passionate about it here. But what it can also talk about here in your reading, it's like there is a simplistic way in which you speak here. I do get here in your reading, you do influence people. Now, like I said, that influence could also force people in a subtle way here to create changes. I do get also here with the Sun card here in your reading, it actually helps people to connect the dots. Yeah, there's a way in which you speak. There's a way in which you express yourself here, coming in with the Sun card. All right. I do get here is that you attract a lot of attention. This Queen of Pentacles attracts a lot of attention here, guys. You know, I get a lot of self-motivating here. Is that the right word? Self-motivation here in your reading. See, it's not the cause that creates that passion and inspires you here, guys. It's the other way around here in your reading. I don't know if that's how it goes, but that's how your reading is talking about here. This Queen of Pentacles is coming in as a rebel here, guys, with the cause, of course, here. Yeah, the freedom to think for yourself here. But even though you have the freedom to think for yourself here, all right, and I do get that your person is well aware of it, you still have that thoughtfulness and mindfulness here. It does come in as compassion and empathy here for those around you. I don't know if it can come in that way here, guys, but the positive and negative here, because it's definitely coming in that way. Most situations have positive and negative, but what it's seen as is, well, you've got positive over there and negative over there, okay, in certain situations, yeah, most situations that people deal with here. But the positive and the negative is actually coming in as different belief systems here, guys, and different traditions here. See, what I get with the Queen of Pentacles here in your reading is that this person sees things in a different way here. But people do get this person. I do get that here. Most people get this person. They know what this person is talking about here. Yeah, that Page of Swords is coming in as curiosity here. The need to know more. But it's not so much the cause here, is what I'm getting. It's actually the Queen of Pentacles. That's what people are curious about here. Because that influence that I spoke about here, or here it has got an element of force here, guys, or forcing, but it's only subtle here in your reading. Yeah, people have light bulb moments here. People actually connect the dots here in your reading, but they're still grasping at those light bulb moments. They haven't fully studied it or understood here. Whoo! I'll keep going here, guys. Here in your reading. Okay. All right, let's have a look. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. So you have the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Cups, and you also have the Hanged Man card. What I kind of get there in your reading is that you, of course, it does come in as your person here, but it also, what I get there with the Knight of Cups is people don't really know how to capture your attention here. Yeah, I mean, straight off the bat here, see what it tells me here. So there are people that have their eye on the Queen of Pentacles, and some of these people find this person really attractive, okay, but they find the passion, the cause here, this person's self-confidence as attractive here in your reading, but more so the way in which this person communicates here. Okay, definitely coming in as someone who is a public speaker. They may, this Queen of Pentacles could also have a social media platform where they speak about their passions here, the cause here, guys, what they firmly believe in and how to influence change is what I'm getting. Okay, the change is how to make people think better, change their patterns of thinking. All right. Yeah. Now, what it tells me here in your reading is that you're coming in with the people that they interact with here, or people who see this person, the Queen of Pentacles, here in your reading, actually, they are actually, well, how could you say it? They have achieved success in their own right. All right, when you come in with the Seven of Pentacles here. Okay, they've achieved what they want to in their life here. What I do get with the Hanged Man card is that there is a lot of self-doubt here. Yeah. The Hanged Man card is coming in, right, with the, Pisces. Okay. 1 minute, guys. Yeah, it's coming in. Everything that I said here in your reading is coming in with the Hanged Man card here. When I spoke about self-expression, when I spoke about compassion here, and empathy, that mindfulness here. What I also pick up here in your reading is that this Knight of Cups is thinking exactly the same way, in which I spoke about, towards the Queen of Pentacles here in your reading. It is coming in as wanting to, potentially here in your reading, of course this could be your person here, guys. This this Page of Cups, Knight of Cups here, all they want to do here in your reading is just to take care of the Queen of Pentacles in a sense here. That's what I'm getting. See, the obstacle and the challenge here in your reading is to come in as, it's to capture this person's attention here. It also comes in as wanting to work alongside the Queen of Pentacles. I do get it that way as well. All right. Oh, that was the King of Pentacles here, guys. So let me just have a look. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. He popped up again. There we go. Page. Okay, the King of Pentacles here. Okay. See that Magician card, that Wheel of Fortune and Magician card, it is coming in as both you and your person here. This person, this King of Pentacles here, wants to be stable. This person wants to look after. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, they really do. They want to come towards you here, and they know here in your reading that you follow your internal compass. Here, there's some kind of truth coming in that way for this person. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for your reading, guys. All right. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.